As we get older, our willingness to put up with BS from people gets a lot lower. You just don't want to deal with people who are asshats. You all know what I mean. You've had these people in your friend group before. These are the people who they're always bad-mouthing other people. They can't wait to hear the gossip. And all of a sudden, they want to push someone out of the friend group. They want to host a party, but not invite that person. And for some reason, most of us just go along with it. We like the person who's being pushed out, but we just go along. And then one day we find out they're doing that to us. They're bad-mouthing us behind our back. They're not inviting us to things. And we think, I saw this movie before. They're a jerk. They treat people poorly. They bring the drama. They always want to gossip. And yet, for some reason, we enabled them for all these years. And now, boom, we're on the way out. You know what? If you're looking to make age 50 to 75 the best years of your life, start pruning out the asshats. You know what? You don't need people in your life who aren't good friends to everybody who they choose to be friends with. People who are two-faced, they're going to come back around and they're going to stab you in the back. It's happened to me. I had a friend and I thought that we were like family. I thought that we were really good friends. They were helpful to me. I tried to be helpful to them. And then I watched them do things like, well, we want to have an event or we want to go to dinner, but make sure, don't let so-and-so hear us because we don't want them to come along. And I kind of like those people, but I didn't want to be left out. So I went along. I was like a little puppy dog following this person along. And then one day they put the sights on me. And you know what? I have a pretty thick skin. I get over things, but it still hurt. And I realized that for a long time, I thought, what did I do wrong? How come I did that? How come we can't patch it up? But then they did it to someone else. And you know what? This person in particular, I've had about a half dozen of their closest friends, people who to this day call them besties, who have said, by the way, we don't know what happened. And it wasn't you. It was them. It's just the way they are. Basically saying they're an asshat. Well, you know what? Don't hang out with them anymore. If they're that much of a jerk to other people, realize they're going to be a jerk to you and cut them out. Cut them out before they cut you out. But don't do it in a petty little way like they would. Like, oh, let's not invite them to things. Just let it be known when you hear them saying bad things about other people. If you call them out on it, you say, you know what, we're not going to gossip today. They'll disappear anyway. In fact, that happened to me once. Someone wanted to gossip really bad, but I knew the inside story. And I told them, you know what? We're not going to talk about that. Everybody goes through their own stuff. And that person went berserk, like blah, 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 showed their true colors every single time. So as you get older, don't put up with people like that because they're going to turn it around. They're going to get you and you're going to feel crappy. Stand up for the people in your friend group. You know what? It's okay. You can start over and make new friends if everybody sides with the jerk. But realize that if you're being an enabler for bad behavior, later when it comes back and gets you, like it did me, you kind of have to say, oh, should have seen that one coming. I am really focused on making the latter years more exciting than I ever thought possible. I'm focused on making age 50 to 75 the best years of my life. And my wife and I were careful about who we let in to our friend group at this point. In fact, we're very conscious of only letting people in who are supportive of both of us, who are supportive of us as a couple, who are supportive of their own significant others, and who lift up the friends around them. If we start seeing people who do the opposite to that, we just don't allow that friendship to get built in the first place because we've learned the hard way. So think about it. Who in your life is a jerk? You know you got some. You know what? Don't treat them poorly. Don't do that, but just slowly distance yourself from them. And if they ask you about it, let them know, hey, you bring the drama. You bring the gossip. And if they want another chance, I'm always one who wants to give people a chance because I think people's actions are what matter and people can change. I believe that and plus, if this is somebody from a few years ago who wants to get back and create a friendship, I believe if you haven't talked to somebody in more than 5 years, you don't know them. And many people can change for the better. But be aware because a lot of people, they're just an asshat in their soul.